Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey everybody, it's Zach, aka Zach's Reviews. We are back again with another video, and guys, today was Flash Day, episode 8, and the name of the episode of today is Trial of Frost. Guys, this was just a really good episode. As we know from last week's episode, Frost is being, put on trial for all the crimes she's committed as Killer Frost, but of course this is due to, Kramer, that's her name. Kramer literally wants to put Frost behind bars, but what's crazy, when we see the start of this episode, we see a briefcase, and I knew right away she wanted to try to do the worst thing of all, and that was take away Frost's powers. And pretty much the story of what we end up finding out in the episode is that Kramer literally has a problem with metahumans, but only the bad ones. And apparently she trusted a metahuman when she was running a task force, and I guess that metahuman killed all of her 10 of her soldiers, I guess, and she was angry about that, and she wanted to go after she wants to go after the metahumans that are bad and take away their powers. But yeah, when we learn that, it's like, it's in a way like that's your agenda because you're angry of that situation. Doesn't mean everybody is like that, and doesn't mean you should just punish everybody, especially people that aren't that person anymore. Which yeah, Frost was Killer Frost at one point, but she has grown so much and she has done so much helping Team Flash out, trying to save the world all the time. So it's like, I don't know if that was really a good enough reason for her to do what her agenda was. It seemed very only her driven based, and of what she wanted to do. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like she learned at the end of all this in a way that she shouldn't have done that. But I'm curious to know if Kramer's going to come back, because we end up seeing her leave, and she was kind of like a 3-episode villain in a sense. But we still have yet to understand who the basis of the villain is of the season, because we're going through all these different, all these different Sage Forces. I guess Speed Force beings, I guess, of the Sage Force, the Strength Force. What else, Bethany? The Speed Time Force, and the Speed Force, of course, which is Nora. So we still have yet to really figure out who the main villain is of this season. But by the end of this episode, where we see Nora pretty much see a different side of Nora, because as we kind of figured out, is that she's kind of acting different from where we've seen her do her little cameos that she's done throughout the seasons of her. Us seeing the Speed Force as taking the form of Nora Allen. So I'm curious to know if maybe something happened and that's why she's acting this way, or maybe she's the villain and she's making everybody else sound like they're the villain. Because I'm gonna be honest, Faweriza, which we end up finding out her name is what, Lexi Beth? Or Alexa. She seems like just a girl that doesn't know what's going on, and I feel like, Nora is, aka the Speed Force, is trying to make it sound like she's the bad guy, and Nora was the one that got beaten, but maybe, for all we know, she staged it all, and she's just doing this on purpose, because maybe she wants to be the only powerful one. I don't know. There's just so much to pull here from, what we're seeing, that, there's so much to know, and so much still to know. And I mean, for people that read the comic books, if you guys can give me some information on maybe if you guys know anything a little bit more into all the forces of what could be going on with this, because I don't know, maybe I feel like Nora's the bad one and she's been playing Barry all the time, this entire time, because it makes it sound like that's what she's been doing, because she even said at the end of this episode, when we end up seeing her pretty much, I guess, kill Alexa in a way, I'm thinking maybe she has been playing Barry this entire time, and she's giving Barry no choice but to choose her side, because she looked very menacing when she was all glowing and stuff, that maybe she could be the villain of the season, and maybe she's the one that gives I forget his name, but Beth, what's the other speedster's name of this season that we're going to get? Oh, Godspeed. We're going to be getting Godspeed this season, guys, and I'm wondering if maybe she's the one that gives Godspeed his powers, or maybe I'm just wondering where Godspeed's going to come into all this. It's going to be interesting, because I'm going to be honest, when she stopped Barry in his tracks, when Nora was throwing through the lightning, at, Iris, but like, Barry like ran and like threw his own lightning to stop it in front of Iris, and like she like paused him so she could grab the lightning and make it to a big ball and kill Alexa. I was like, damn. I was like, you just showed that you are the Speed Force, that, that yet you gave him the powers, that, you think you're the fastest person alive? I am the fastest. Literally freezing him like that. That was something cool I've never seen. And that was just a sick moment. Because that's like, Nora was putting Barry in his place, saying, you're going to listen to me. You have nothing but you have to choose my side. Like, I'm in control of you. And that's pretty much what we saw and that we're going to see in, next week's episode in the promo, is that she's like, oh, like, you have a choice. That, she, like, you don't have a choice, Barry. You're going to choose my side. Because without her, Barry wouldn't have his powers. And it's kind of, she's kind of sticking it to him like, without me, you're not the Flash. But in a sense, we all know that's not the true. Him as a person is what makes him the Flash. And I'm wondering if we're going to get a moment like that where maybe she takes the powers or something. There's a cool moment or something. I don't know. I'm just excited. This season's been good so far. And due to pretty much, when Caitlin and Cisco and, Allegra pretty much messed the whole trial up by, getting rid of the cure and making it obsolete so it wouldn't work anymore, pretty much almost cost, pretty much it cost actually, Frost, I guess her not being put in jail. And it pretty much gave the judge, in a sense, a reason to pretty much, put Frost in jail. And I guess, there could have been a chance of her getting her powers taken away too. But I guess, since she gave the speech of, you can't erase who we are, just because we're different, different stays, we're going to stay. And that was really cool hearing, Frost talk about that, because, that it was kind of like in a way of like, how it is in reality. When people are different, people think, they should go somewhere else, when that's not true. There is no getting away from weird. A lot of people are weird, and that just makes people who they are. And it's okay to be weird and be funny and be goofy or be just different. And I'm happy they kind of just, they really, put that in here, put that message in here. It's okay to be different. And that really put it to Kramer that you get good luck, you're not getting rid of me. And that made the judge say, we're not taking away her powers, but she could be put away in prison for 20 years. I still don't think that's fair because, Frost, has changed. She's no longer Killer Frost. She's done so much good that outweighs the bad. I mean, literally, I'm pissed that Barry, him being the Flash and all, he could have came in there as the Flash and just been like, yo, she's helped me a lot. She's not going to prison. Simple as that. Flash literally can probably say that and people would be fine with it. They would be like, oh, God, Flash. Like, they'd probably start bowing down to the dude, literally. So I just find that funny that, of course, they had to make an episode where Barry can, be involved in a way. They had to figure it out on their own, which, I mean, it is cool because, the cool speech that, Frost gave and Caitlin kind of, made a realization that, I can't control, I can't control you anymore. I can't decide when you can come out and, it's kind of like a Bruce Banner situation. I can't control, when you come out anymore. You're your own person. You have your own decisions, your own life to make, and your own choices. And that was, Frost's choice is to go to prison for 20 years. And whether, Kate, because Caitlin wanted her to take the cure. And Frost is like, no, that's changing who I am. I'm not just, I wouldn't be who I am without my powers. Same as, you're you without me or whatever, but, you were always you, and then we merged, and you had a part of me, but now I'm my own person. You can't tell me what to do. I'm my own person. This is my choice. This is who I am. That's who you are. Same as how, again, Bruce Banner and Hulk. You can't just tell, Hulk, I want you to stay around and get rid of your powers. They are two people in one person, but now they're split. So again, they're their own person now. So she didn't have a choice. So I feel like she kind of understood that, and I feel like gave Frost the realization of, okay, you can do this. It's your life. If this is what you want to do it. And it was just a great way for I'm wondering if we're ever going to see Frost again in the series. I bet you there'll be episodes where Caitlin visits Frost in prison. But I'm curious to know if she's actually going to do 20 years in prison, and we might not see that character come out maybe until next year or maybe the year after that or something. I'm wondering what they're going to do with that character now. Same with, I'm curious to know when we're ever going to see Ralph come back, because I understand, everything that happened with the actual actor that played Ralph. But I'm curious to know if we're ever going to see that character come back in a sense, because we know he's off with I forget that girl's name, Beth, that like burglar that was like Catwoman.
I'll find it.
I forget her name. But I know that he's with her, and I'm wondering if we're ever going to see him come back. And I'm curious to know who they're going to pick as Ralph. I'm actually pretty curious. That should be interesting. But all I know is that this was another great episode, guys. If we're going to go with, Nora being the villain of, this season, and, like, the other forces are actually good, and she actually manipulated Barry this entire time, I'm very curious. Like, that'd be fire. That would actually be good. Because this is the Speed Force. No more, I mean, they're not low level, but no more Zoom, no more Reverse Flash. I'm talking, like, this is the Speed Force going against you now. So this, and it has the face of your mom. So, like, bro, that would be pretty sick. I would say this would be up there with season, probably better than season, I want to say 3 maybe. If this is going where I think it's going, I would love that. That would be fire. But I totally saw it coming. I know with the cure in the briefcase, with her, with the judge, with Kramer's, idea of, forcing Frost to take the cure. I literally have clips I took because I knew right away. I'm so ticked. I didn't film me initially saying, because I told my sister right when they showed the briefcase that, oh my God, that they're gonna make Frost take the cure, bet. And she's like, oh, we'll see, because I'm good at like knowing when things are gonna happen, and I knew it. And right when they like said, we're gonna make you take the cure, at like the first time, I knew. I was like, I told my sister, I knew it. I knew that's what they were gonna do. And I have clips of that. And I also have a clip where I told my sister they didn't. Cisco, Caitlin, and Allegra think they got all the bottles of the cure and like totally made them obsolete. But guess what? I told my sister there's one more left, and that's the one Kramer had in the briefcase in the beginning of the episode. And I have that video too. And yeah, I think I got that video too. I forget what videos I actually made, but you guys will see them right here, right now, on what clips I have.
But the state has one goal: to ensure that this extremely dangerous criminal no longer threatens our good citizens. Which is why we believe she must have her powers erased.
I told you, Beth. I told my sister that was gonna happen. I told her
Irregular. I'll decide that, Miss Horton.
they're doing the X-Men shit.
In lieu of prison, the state moves to submit alternate punishment. That Killer Frost be
Take the
compelled
cure.
by this court to take the metahuman cure.
There you go.
I said that right in the beginning. Right when I saw that thing, I knew that judge lady, or not judge lady, I meant what's her name? The
DA.
The DA was gonna go for her taking the cure, making Killer Frost take the cure. I knew it. All right, I'll see you guys in my review. Really, guys, this was a great episode. I can't wait to hear what you guys thought about the episode. This season I'm having a blast. I feel like, the Flash is back, literally. I love this shirt, literally. I hope to have this until the season's done with, and the entire series is done with the Flash. I'm gonna hang it up, put it in a glass case, because I always wear the shirt on Flash Day. I love this shirt. So yeah, I just love this show. And I mean, everything's great. The cinematography made a big difference. It looks amazing this year. I think the outfits look better, especially for Barry. He looks more of the way he looked in season 1 and 2, and I appreciate that nerdy look, because that's who he is. And also, but that music, guys, that CW is putting into these shows are horrendous. I'm sorry, the music is trash. The music at the end of the episode, where it was like it sounded literally like Young Thug, but Young Thug literally even had a higher, more pitched voice of doing, and you saying like it wasn't good. I'm sorry, it didn't sound good.
Sue.
But Sue, yeah, that's her name. That Ralph's with, I guess, and they left the country, but they'll be back, I guess. But I'm curious to know if they're going to come back. Apparently, I heard there's going to be a spin-off with them in there. That would be cool. But guys, I just can't wait to hear what you guys thought about the episode. Again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I really want to get to 300 subs, and we're so close, guys. So again, hit that subscription bell, join the family on this channel. All I do is spread love and positivity on this channel. I want to motivate people to follow their dreams. I'm following my dreams. I figure, like, you only live life once. Go achieve your dreams. Don't let anybody stand in your way. Don't get trapped in the system of them, like, saying you can't achieve your dreams and can't go above and beyond and live your best life. Go do it. I'm here on this channel, to follow my dreams, but also motivate people to follow theirs. But without further ado, I'm going to end this video here. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Peace.